Back to it again, man. You gotta you got the fan base tripping again. Yeah. This we need Derrick Henry shit. It's getting on my nerves, man. We don't need Derrick Henry. And we never needed him. We didn't need him last year to win a Super Bowl. We didn't need a Derrick Henry. Let me start off by saying that. What we needed was a head coach who wasn't a pussy, who would check his OC when he could see that the OC was doing wrong. Not a head coach who gave the same fucking answer twice now about why we lost. When we lost to the Titans, that's just the way the game went when we didn't run the ball, right? He said the same thing in this game. Well, that's just the way the game went. No, John, it can't be the way the game went. It can't even be that one time, okay? But you did it twice? John. This is why they wanted to bring in a game manager, John. But I digress. It's not about John. It's about the fact that it is about John because we run the football against the Chiefs and we're the better team. Point blank, period. If we stayed to what we did best and what got us there, we would have won. We didn't need a Derrick Henry to win that game. You know, we didn't even need a Keaton Mitchell to win that game. We needed to run with who we had. So tell me why it makes sense to bring in a Derrick Henry. To not use him when it matters. That man's 31 with a lot of mileage on him, yo. Raven fans just want players because it's sexy. Bro, what we need is O-line. What we need is some pass rushers. That's what we need. We don't need a Derrick Henry. J.K. Dobbins, he can kick rocks. I ain't worried about that. But you still got Justice Hill, Gus Edwards, Dalvin Cook. Why not bring back who we had it? And you draft it back. Or you get another. Now look, I'd be down for Josh Jacobs in this offense. I'm cool with that. But Derrick Henry going to a team that's not a run-heavy team. We're not a run-heavy team anymore. At least in this offense so far from what I've seen in Todd Monken. Okay? He's not emphasizing the run. Now, if Greg Roman was OC, Derrick Henry might be the move. Because, hey, he'd ride the fuck out of Derrick Henry. Pause. But as far as where this team is right now, Derrick Henry is not needed. What you need is running backs are devalued anyway. He's like the last of the Mohicans when it comes to like him. Fuck. It really ain't a lot, but he's really one of like the last Mohicans when it comes to the running game. Christian McCaffrey, I guess you could say, but I'm talking about just a pure runner. Although Derrick Henry can catch out the backfield, but that's not what we need. We need O-line, pass rusher, as I said, possibly a corner. I mean, you got to look at Marlon Humphrey's probably gone. Ronnie Stanley is probably gone. You lose guys. Lamar restructures his deal or he don't restructure his deal. It really don't matter because you don't need Derrick Henry. Imagine having a head coach who doesn't even know to use the running backs that he has. So why the fuck is Derrick Henry the answer? And this is the type of shit that happens all the time with this fan base. Oh, let's never blame the coach. Let's just try to go get this player now and that player now. And then they wonder why are we failing? Because you're doing shit that is idiotic. It makes no sense. Why are you going out to get these guys? Why not hold the person accountable? John, I'm pointing at you for the mistakes that were made with teams that were good enough to win the way they were. Please, for the love of God, EDC, don't go get Derrick Henry. I understand he's not that expensive, but it's not a need. It's really not. You need to focus on this O-line with Zeitler not coming back. Left guard is some ass cheeks and needs improvement. Ronnie Stanley, the turnstile, he's gone, man. Like I said, in that Chiefs game, he got beat so bad on that strip sack to Lamar that I sat there just shaking my head like, wow, Ronnie, by a third string defensive end, Charles O'Menahue, who beat him on that play. So I'm like, Ronnie Stanley graded out as a 71. I mean, I don't really take into account too much the grades, but at the end of the day, we need a new left tackle. Whatever athleticism he had, he don't have it no more. You need it. And then you want to go look at Morgan Moses. Will he be back or won't he? I mean, there's holes all over that line right now, and that's a need. And if you get Derrick Henry and your offensive line's not good, what does it matter if they can't block to save their life? And don't say it's going to be the Ben Cleveland type guys, because that dude is ass cheeks. He ain't proved nothing to me. Falele is good, but he's a project. I mean, there's some youth on this line, but they need to really focus on that in the draft and free agency. It's got to be the O-line, because if the O-line was better, they might have had some better success. Basically when it mattered most, because they got exposed. Not only for not running the football against Kansas City, but just for, the lack of the O-line being cohesive and being able to hold it down, because they really aren't good. They were masked by the formations that were ran by Todd Monken. But at the end of the day, they just weren't good. And this line, and you have a franchise quarterback now. You got to protect them at all costs. You don't need a running back 31 with a lot of mileage when your line is in shambles. Address that line first, and then maybe we can talk about a Derrick Henry. Right now, we don't need that, Ravens Nation. We don't need that. So stop it, please. Stop the fuckery, man. That's all I say. Please, at some point, y'all gotta stop this shit. Let's get this guy. Let's get that guy. No, how about we improve on what we had? And it starts with the coaching. You can't keep trying to go solve these problems by spending money every fucking year on shit that makes no sense. The main thing right now is the offensive line, and it's got to be that way. So once again, came on just to talk shit about these Raven fans. They want Derrick Henry. We don't need Derrick Henry. We need to fix the offensive line before we think about anything like that. Jesus Christ. And I'm out, man.